What's up, guys? Welcome back to the video with your guy Entrepreneur Davis. And in today's video, we're going out and taking out a few trees and ripping up a few stumps for one of the actually people that met me from YouTube, or not necessarily from YouTube, but he knows me from YouTube. And I sold him the brush cutter that my dad was having in that last video, and he's a good dude. We'll be meeting up him later, but today we got the excavator loaded up right now. I'm waiting for my dad to get here, then we're going to head out over there. He's about an hour and 48 minutes out. He's now near Palm Bay, I think it is. Or, I don't know, there's so many palms around here because it's Florida, but wherever Palm is an hour and 40 minutes away, we're gonna go knock that out, dig out 4 trees, and then 2 stumps additionally with the 4 trees. So 4 trees, skinny ones, not big giant oak trees or nothing like that, but skinny small ones, and then 2 stumps we're gonna dig out with the excavator and just get that knocked out. So stay tuned here. I got some good stuff for you guys. I'm gonna get some info from my dad about being a contractor. We got a few questions we're going to ask him, so you guys can get some insight from someone that's been in the business for a long time. And that's what pretty much this video is going to consist of today. Taking those trees out and picking my dad's brain about being a contractor for 35 years, so you guys can get some insight on that as well. So I hope you guys enjoy this type of content. You guys get a lot of information from it, but let's jump into it. Right here, so this is how we got it strapped down. 1 in the middle, 2. And then we got the bucket strapped down like this. I was trying to put it up here, but it was hitting this piston, and I was like, that's not a good idea. So I had it wrapped down here, and I strapped down. This is just the excess, but yeah, it's in there. It's strapped down. This side is strapped down, and back here, 1 on each side. On the side of the tracks, there's a D-ring, which is good. There's another D-ring down there, but this side I used these ones today because it was easier on this side to get in there, and it was more straight path. But they're all locked in there tightly. See, not even no movement. But yeah, that's how I got it strapped down today. And I think this is probably one of the best ways I strapped it down. I swung the boom a little bit to the left, so obviously you can fit in there safely. And yeah, just wanted to show that. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys, I got 16 ply tires. I was not messing with those 8 ply tires anymore, so I got some 16 ply tires on there. You could just tell them things are just monsters, man. They get it done for you. See? 16 ply, you know, all brand new. I only had maybe about, if even 500 miles on them. That's what all I got on them, 500. These things are monsters though. They don't budge. They kind of just stay kind of like that, which is nice. That's like an upgrade that was really needed for this type of business, carrying 10,500 pounds on here. Definitely need that upgrade right here. Yeah. Just want to tell that. All right, got my dad in the car with me right here.
Hey, what's up, guys?
So what we're going to do is we're going to answer a few questions that, you know, maybe they're most frequent or just the most beneficial to guys that are just trying to get into the business or want to know about this business over a long time. So the first question is pretty much going to be introducing yourself. Who are you? How long have you been in business for? So.
Yeah, my name is Desmond Davis Sr. I'm the owner and operator of Davis Group, Custom Developer Corporation. I've been in business for 30 plus years.
Okay. What state you from?
I'm from Pennsylvania.
Okay, and yeah, all right, perfect. So that's the first round, so you guys can get an introduction on where he's from, what his name is, everything like that. Question number 2 was going to be, how many trades do you know that you can do professionally for customers right now?
I'm going to say, as far as the trades go, I can do pretty much everything from A to Z. Electrical, plumbing, HVAC, hanging drywall, shingles, installing windows, doors, and all the above. Like anything that's got to deal with reconstruction and rebuilding the house. The same thing with land clearing and paving.
And then hardscaping to everything.
And hardscaping and everything. Retaining walls.
Yep.
Anything of that nature.
So pretty much, you can pretty much do it all. Being in the business that long, you kind of learn all the skills that you need to know, doing it all. And he's been building houses from the ground up. So obviously doing that, you're going to learn a lot of different skills: plumbing, electrical, carpentry. That's what his main was when he first got into the business, was carpentry. He can read blueprints. He can do it all pretty much. So that's just a little background so you guys can understand how much he knows and, you know, his background of where he came from pretty much and how he started. So the next question would be, what is the most challenging part about being in the business for about 35 years, being a contractor?
Okay, so the most challenging part in running your own and operating your own business for that long of a time is manpower and actually your experience and what you're doing. Like anything else, we know that in this trade, and I'm not going to lie to you, we're always chasing money because customers always want something for almost
dirt cheap.
Yeah. Absolutely. And they don't trust us as being contractors, so we have to gain their trust first, just so that we can move forward to understanding what their needs are.
Yeah, that makes sense. I agree with that. Just me being in the business for however long I've been in the business for, I can definitely attest to that and say the same thing. Yeah, that's definitely the most challenging I've been running into. All right, so the next question is going to be, what's the best way for someone to get started in this business, being any type of trade, just getting into trades in general?
All right, so first and foremost, you have to be dedicated, because being that you're your own boss, you go to work when you want to go to work, and you stay home when you want to stay home. So you have to have that dedication to get started in the business, period. But the best way to get started in the business itself is to put your best foot first and just move forward. You go in 110%. That way you have no regrets on turning back. When you come into this business and you come in like half-heartedly, you're always going to fail, because you don't have your whole heart into the trades. So the best way to do it is, if you want to do it and to start your own company, is to go 110% full-fledged into the company, into your own business. Because the only way you're going to grow your business is you have to grow your own business. No one is going to help you grow your business.
Yeah, that's what he taught me. So that's why I'm over here going full-fledged all the time. So I can definitely agree to that. If you don't go 100% in this business, it will eat you up and you will get spit out. There's a lot of guys that come to the business and they can do it and they're not dedicated enough and they're out of business within the first year. I'm sure you guys probably see the same thing, but hey, you got to be full-fledged into this if you want to get into this type of business. All right, so this next question is going to be for the guy that's been in the business for a while and he's trying to expand and grow and hire employees. So the next question is going to be, how's it been hiring employees over the years?
Well, unfortunately in the trades, hiring people is it's like pulling teeth. I mean, for some reason in these trades, because you got so many contractors out there, people they don't have any they don't have any loyalty to you or your company, which you may be training them. So hiring people, that's always going to be challenging for anybody. You know what I mean? Unless you're a multi-million-dollar company, even I think they have issues as well. But the best way to hire people is to advertise through. At one point when I first started, was through the newspaper. Now it's all Craigslist.
Yeah.
But I can assure you one thing for sure, two things for certain. Just be careful on hiring friends and families, because somehow, some way, you're going to get screwed.
Yeah. And this has come from somebody that had many employees. Even one time he bought all new tools for his employee, and the employee ended up still quitting. So in this trade business, in the trades business, it's just hard to hold on to any employee. So before you get into the business, you got to understand that sometimes you're going to have to be out there by yourself, because your employee or your help is not going to show up because whatever reason. They're going to make up whatever reason, because it's not easy being in this business, and being an employee in this business is even harder than being a business owner sometimes, because you're not getting paid as much as we get paid when you're a business owner. So you got to just think about that when you first get into this business, if you're willing to be able to be out there grinding by yourself someday. And that is one of the reasons why we went out and bought equipment like excavators, skate loaders, dump trailers. We wanted to buy stuff that's going to make it easier for us when we're out there by ourselves in the field, because shoveling off the back of a trailer sometimes it's time consuming and it's just very tiring as well. So that's why we did what we did. And we got things like this, the excavator we got right on the back right there, and dang, that was a crazy pothole. But we got dump trailers and everything like that. But yeah, let's move on to the next question. All right, so this next question is going to be for people that are trying to figure out which trade they want to get into. So that question will be, since you know multiple different trades in this business, which one is the easiest one to learn and master for somebody that's just starting out?
Now that is a tricky question, because everyone's desire is going to be different.
Yeah.
My desire when I first got into the trade was to learn carpentry, so that's what I focused on. If you have a need or a hunger for electricity, then you'll go into electricity. Same thing with HVAC, plumbing, and so forth. So it all depends on each individual on what is the best trade to start out with. I can't tell my personal one, because like I said, my personal one was carpentry. Yeah. Everybody else is going to have their own hunger that in what direction they want to kind of travel.
That makes sense. That does make sense. So it's really whatever you find the most interesting to you. I mean, eventually, as you stay in the trades business, you're going to probably learn more than just one anyways. But when starting out, it's just whatever entices you the most, pretty much. So that's pretty much the answer to that question. Let's move on. This next question is going to be more personalized towards my dad, but the question is going to be, what has been the hardest part of being a contractor for 30 plus years?
So the most difficult part of being a contractor and being in the trade that long is going to be able to maintain work. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to always be on the grind. It can't be a situation where you're sitting back and like, oh, I'm not gonna go out and look for work this week because of the matter of fact that I'm my own owner. You have to always be on the grind looking for work. So that's the main hardest part of running this business. Employees are going to be employees. They're going to show up when they show up. They're not going to show up when they're not going to show up. But again, you being the employer has got to know that your job and your dedication is to always have enough work to maintain your living stability.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense, and that is a big thing for me as well. For me, I'm always out there grinding, trying to figure out ways to get more clients. I'm talking to this guy. I'm stopping on the side road talking to this guy. I'm doing this, trying to get some free advertisement from here, or you just got to be kind of. You got to be creative when it comes to getting jobs. Like, you can't just be like, oh, I'm going to do this and that's going to be it. Because I never like to put one eggs in one basket when it comes to getting jobs, because then when that thing goes out, now you're sitting there with no way to get money and get jobs. So that is a pretty hard part of being in the trades business, is getting to work. But that's what any business, though. It's just hard to find clients that are going to be consistently coming back and just doing all that. So yeah, let's move on to the next question. So this next one kind of ties in with the last one, and it's pretty much asking, when you're first starting out, what's the best way to find some work when you're first getting your feet wet in the trades business?
Now, as far as that question goes, the best way to kind of get your stuff started is, and unfortunately I know a lot of people don't like to do it, but you have to actually go to these lead companies, just so that you can get started.
You get some revenue.
So you get the revenue running. Now, once you get to the leads company and you actually land your first job with one of your clients, and then it's going to be about word of mouth, about how good of a job you've done for that client. So it's about references. But to actually get started, unfortunately, we have to go through lead companies. When I first started, it wasn't about lead companies, because I started building houses for Toll Brothers. So my thing was, I will go to the corporate office for Toll, Bryant Homes, MVR Homes, things of that nature, and I will go and speak to the purchasing manager. So that's how I got started. Nowadays it's a little bit different, because of the matter of fact, you have Angie's Leads or Angie's List out there who's kind of monopolizing all the lead companies. Mm-hmm. So unfortunately you have to go through them to kind of get your work generated. Yeah,
that's the best way to probably do it when you first start. Now, I mean, there's really no other way, unless you have a family member or some people that that's already in the business that can maybe dish out some subcontracting work. But other than that, if you don't have that kind of connect, then you're kind of just like stuck where you're at. You got to kind of bite that bullet and pay for some leads just to get your first job. But yeah, let's move on to the next question. This next one is also a personal question just for my dad. The question will be, what type of licenses did you have to have, knowing so many different trades over the years?
So as a general contractor, you have to get a license through the Attorney General of every state that you work in. And that just indicates that you are a licensed contractor for that state. Now, for electrical, you have to be a licensed electrician. For plumbing, you have to be a licensed master plumber. For HVAC, you have to be a licensed HVAC installer. So for every trade that we're in, concrete, you don't need license for. Sheetrock, you don't need license for, because that falls all under the general contractor umbrella. Yeah. Exactly. But as far as electrical, plumbing, HVAC, those are the trades that you actually have to be licensed to actually do.
Okay, that makes sense. And also one more that you don't get licensed for, at least in this country, you don't have to get licensed to do land clearing as well, right, and landscaping. So that's, from my experience, that's what I do. But yeah,
in Florida, you have to be licensed to do roofs.
Yeah, you do have to be licensed in Florida for roofs. You'll they will arrest you if you try to get up on a roof and you don't got a license. But yeah, so that's pretty much going to be that question. Let's move on to the next one. All right, so this next one is going to be, kind of more of a general question. I mean, you don't have to be exactly on the money. You just got to be within a ballpark range. But it's going to be, what are the profit margins that you've seen being in the construction business over the years of you doing this?
All right, so again, keep in mind that when I first started in the trades, I started as a framing contractor. So I was building for companies like I said, Toll Brothers, Ryan Homes, MVR Homes, things like that. So their profit margin is going to be huge. Because of the matter of fact, they don't just give you one house. When you sign a contract with those type of builders, the bigger builders, they're going to give you phases of houses. So it may be, you may have 150 houses to build in phase one. So that's going to generate a lot bigger profit margins for you, because of the matter of fact, they're giving you so many houses. Now, what they don't do they don't pay you a whole bunch of money per square foot, but how you generate that is by volume. So that profit margin may be anywhere from $100,000 to $200,000 if how fast that your crew can get the houses built. Being a general contractor on that end of it all, it's a little bit differently because you kind of dictate that. So when you go out and you price out a job, let's hypothetically say you're doing an addition on someone's house. So you're doing electrical, plumbing, HVAC, drywall, everything, flooring, everything in that. So you bid the job out at $300,000. So now you can just see where your profit margin is going to be at, because now you dictate to your subs that you bring in on what you're going to pay them. So hypothetically speaking, let's say you're going to do your plumbing, but you're putting addition on. So you got your budget for plumbing at, let's say, 10 grand. Budget for drywall you may have at 15 grand. And obviously these numbers are these are random numbers. Same thing with electricity. You may have a budget for electricity at 60 grand. You may have a budget for, depending on the square footage of the house, for HVAC, that budget may be 75,000. So then now you kind of say, okay, here's what I can afford to do for that particular trade when I bring the subs in. So then that kind of helps you work out your budget. So it's hard to dictate an actual number because every job is different. Every job you're gonna budget a higher number than others, depending on what you close the job at. Yeah. But the most typical thing that you want to make sure that you profit for your company is, the average of a $30,000 you want to make sure that your company can take in. Again, that's all depending on the size of the job. Mm-hmm. Another thing that you want to also know too is when you are in this business, you also need to pay yourself as an employee to your corporation. Don't just take money out of your account, out of the business account because you need it. Pay yourself as an employee to your own business. That way now you can still schedule, you can still get Schedule Cs, you can still get W-2s. So now you're still an employee to your own business, but you're an employee to it. So now you can still have a revenue for yourself.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I don't have much to add on to that because you know a lot more about that than me. I do land clearance, so it's a little bit different, but yeah, when it comes to the trades, that's how you're supposed to do it, man. That's really how you're gonna do it. But that's pretty much gonna do our questions for right now. Maybe in the future we'll do more. If you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comment section. But right now we're driving over to the job. We're gonna take out these four trees and 2 stumps. We're gonna get that knocked out. It's not gonna be very long. I mean, we do this, so I mean it's gonna be real easy. But thanks, Pop, for giving these answers to everybody out there, and leave it down in the comment section saying thanks to Pops for going ahead and answering these because he didn't have to. But yeah, see you guys at the job. All right, so we're here over at the job. We got a few trees sitting down over here. Pedro got the John Deere 333G. So if you're a John Deere guy, you want some John Deere footage today. My dad jumping up in the skid. I mean, that's the skid, the excavator. He about to take it down right now. So yeah. But what we're doing today is taking out some of these trees over here. He wanted to take down the big one, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to do that. Almost kind of thick. You probably can't see it from this far, but it's pretty thick. Right now we gotta focus on this. So how we do it is we flip it around like that, and then we drywall straight. It does bend the walls on the dump trailer a little bit, but I mean, it ain't no big deal. It's a dump trailer. It's a piece of work equipment, heavy duty equipment. And then we got a jack stand down there to keep it from popping up, and we just drive it straight down. And of course, when you load up the skid, you kick the boom to the side so you can get more space and get this excavator up there better. But yeah, then we use the bucket as like a safety precaution so it won't tip forward. So when you're coming down, you have some stability and it won't tip forward on you. That's kind of how we do it. We just drive down real slowly because dump trailer is so high up from the ground. You're talking about, I mean, right now it looks a little bit lower because we're driving an excavator off, but I'm talking about probably 3 feet off the ground of clearance. But that's kind of how we do it. All right, so what we got to do today is we got to take out these stumps, this little one, that one, and then that one over there. And then he wants us to get these cluster of trees out, so we got to be real careful because there's somebody's house right on that side. And he was saying this one, but I don't think we're going to be able to get this tree. It's just, like I said, it's too thick. I mean, the tripod is about 3 feet, 4 feet, whatever. And as you can see, this is like a 3 foot stump, at least 36 inches, maybe 4 feet, I'm not sure. But it's definitely not something light. But we're gonna take these stumps out right quick. I'm gonna set you up on the time lapse over on this side right here, just for these couple stumps, and then I'll move it again once we move away. This bad boy is giving us some trouble. We got all the roots broken out around it. We dug down deep. I got deep in there, all around, just this deep all around. So we're trying to figure out how to get it out. But we just got to keep excavating all around it. But the thing, the root ball goes straight down in the middle. So we're trying to figure out the best solution for that. But all the roots all on the sides are all broken out. But we just got to keep working at it. I think we gotta get right here to dig that out, because we already dug this hole half out. He just pushed it back in. My dad pushed it back in the hole, because that's not what the problem is. We dug all the way down this deep, like I already said. But we think it's over here. That's what I'm hoping. Now to break it at least enough where the excavator could just rip it out. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be perfectly broken out. Okay, the excavator still, I got great power to it. It's just the simple fact that we don't think all the roots are broken out yet. So that's what we're trying to do now. So he's gonna hit this right here. Oh, there's that one. That one's thick. That one's thick. Dang, it ain't much over there. It's just all dirt and sand. It's literally just the root bar going straight down. No, you just pull, yeah, you don't gotta run the tracks, just pull the boom. Oh, it's not enough. Yeah, but yeah. Yeah, you probably gotta back up a little bit. Timber. Oh, dang, look at that root. Let's call another tree. Timber. What type of root is that? What type of root is that?
It look like it's about to be dead almost.
Yeah. It's like a straight line of roots. Interesting. Oh, one down. Yeah. Can I pick it up? Nah, it's too heavy. I don't got enough tail weight. Yeah. But it's down though. All right, so these two trees right here on this side and that side, they're just leaning too much on this lady's house. She actually owns this property right here, but it's too dangerous for us to go and excavate those without having a chance of falling on our house. So we're not gonna touch those ones. We're just gonna get this one in the middle that's real skinny and easy, and we're just gonna push that over and get that out of there. But I'm gonna set you guys up on a tripod over here and enjoy the show. All right, so this is my guy Pedro right here. He's out here. We were out here working. The job didn't go as we planned out, but it's all right. I mean, that's how it is in construction. I mean, it is what it is, but we out here working. You're gonna see Pedro in a lot more videos coming up in the near future. That's my guy. He got a John Deere 333. He got a nice setup over here. Let me show you guys what he got. He has a 7.3 diesel, and I know how everybody loves them 7.3 diesels. He upgraded the front end right there. You need help, Pop? You need help? You got it? What? Oh, the emergency brake. Hold on. All right, so back to what I was saying. Pedro got the 7.3 diesel. He upgraded the front end, so he put the 13 to 16, I think, right? He had 13 to 16 front end on it. And he pretty much upgraded his 7.3 because this is, what year is this one? 02. So this is the beast one. This is the one that everybody wants. The 7.3 diesel. It's a dually, of course, and it's still running like a dream, of course. And he got this nice Anderson dual axle beast of a trailer. The track came off his machine, but in this business, that's what happens, man. You gotta expect that. My track came off before, my dad's, the mini skid track came off before. It's just what happens, but you know, that's what happens. But you'll definitely be seeing Pedro in the future videos. We're gonna be working together. Yeah. And he got a nice setup, man. So just wanted to introduce him like that because I told you guys I was gonna introduce him. Yeah. But yeah.
We'll get back on.
Yeah, we'll get back on. Yeah. But this is his machine. It runs strong. This is the brush cutter that we sold him that I was telling you guys about. Oh snap, I didn't even show it. And then you know, the John Deere 333. This is a beast. This machine is a beast. It has 3 plates in the back, guys. That thing ain't lifting up at all. Mine's is always tilting forward because I put a lot of dirt in that bucket, but this machine is a monster. Enclosed cab, of course. But yeah, that's what we got. Pedro. But yeah. But on the job end, let me show you where we kind of got. But we kind of made an agreement with the customer. So as you guys seen in the videos, we knocked this tree down right here. We were digging this one up over here, the stump. We didn't get to this one or any of the other ones because what happened was we spoke to the customer and we told her these 2 trees are too dangerous to take down for the price she was asking. So we tried to tell her to renegotiate, and you know, a lot of customers don't want to renegotiate, and we just decided to cease the job from where it's at right now to save us from the stress and headaches of it possibly falling down the wrong way on her yard, because this is her house and this is her yard. I'm here also her pit plot of land that she also bought. But that's where we kind of ended it off at. The customer was fine with it. Pedro talked to her, and we're just gonna keep pushing and move on to the next job. Because if the customer can't pay more, we can't do much for them. I'm sorry, it's just how it is. You gotta pay to play, man. But yeah. All right, with that being said, that's pretty much gonna wrap this today's video. Oh yeah, another thing, Pedro was a Christian too, so even better. But that's gonna wrap everything up today. My dad's loading up by himself. Appreciate you, Pop. I should have helped him, but that's gonna wrap it up today. It didn't go as planned, like I said, but it is what it is. It's part of the business. We lost a tire too, driving down here. Well, I don't think we lost it. It was holding air, but the tube kind of was losing air, so we had to put the A-ply back on after just putting on the 16 plies a couple of days ago. So now we got the A-ply back on there right here. This one, right here. I can't forget it, but we're gonna get that fixed. But yeah, I'm gonna get back with y'all. Don't forget getting your Bible, repenting your sins, and turn your life to Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, because that is the only thing in life that matters. Everything we do out here is for, you know, our own personal benefit, but for your salvation and the Lord, you need to get in that Bible, repent your sins, and turn your life to Him, because that's the only thing that matters, guys. This is all cool and all, but that is the only thing that matters. Jesus Christ and God. But I'll catch you guys in the next one.